Hey everyone, I hope you are safe and doing good. So in the series of learning Python programming language, we are discussing some coding exercises using turtle graphics in Python. In the previous video, we have seen how to generate a random walk of the turtle with different colors, randomly chosen colors, right? According to RGB value. Now in this video, we'll see two more exercises, two more shapes we are going to draw, right? So the first one is, let me show you. See, I hope you have seen this star. When you go to that Python turtle documentation, this page, then we have this turtle star, right? So we will draw this star first, this turtle star. So as you can see here, see the pen color is, the boundary is, pen color is red, but inside the filling color is yellow. So two colors you need, red pen color and filling color is yellow, right? Now, how to draw this thing? Obviously, at first circle the turtle would be at the center of our screen like this. Then it will move something like this. Then how this star would be drawn and when to stop the circle. You have to decide these things. Means particularly, you can say you can take the distance 100, like the edge of this star. This something like this. This would be 100. Right? Now you have to decide after moving 100 like forward at what angle it is going to move the head, right? At what angle, and then when to stop. These two things you have to decide, the stopping condition and the angle, right? So pause the video and try this out. It's very simple. So I hope you have done this. Let's try this. Let's create a new file in that turtle project, turtlestar.py, and here same thing we will do like from. So same, first we are going to import the turtle class, as well as we can import, let's see, screen class if you want, and let's create a turtle. Tom is equal to turtle, just the turtle name, any name you can take. It's not like that you have to take Tom only, X, Y, Z, ABC, and the name of the class is turtle with capital T, and then these brackets. So this is our object, and to hold the screen we will use, let's create a screen as well. In the previous ones we haven't created a separate screen, but let's try this out. This is also fine. With the screen class, let's create a screen S1, right? And at last, you just have to decide, to hold the screen. So once I click on that particular screen, then it should disappear. So S1 dot, we have many methods, like one is exit on click. So S1 dot exit on click, right? Okay, that's it. Now you have to draw the star. So let's take the color first. Tom dot, we have a method, we know color, and two argument we can give here, one also, two also. This thing we have discussed when we were discussing the methods: pen color, fill color, begin color, end color, begin, fill, end fill. In that we have like pen color, fill color, and as well as color simple. So first argument is pen color, that's red. Second would be considered as fill color, that is yellow. Okay, that's fine. So Tom dot color is this, right? Now you have to draw this star. If this is my screen, and here in the center I have my turtle. So I'm going to move the turtle to 100 pixels, right? Then let's have to create this one like this. Then again like this, then again like this, right? I hope you are getting. Okay, my drawing is not so good, so but you are, I hope you are able to get how to draw this thing like this. So you have to decide the angle and when to stop. That thing also you have to decide like this, right? And it is going to continue till the stopping exit condition met, stopping condition. So see, if we move first like this and then we are moving like this, so this is the angle this is the angle. This angle is what? If you move something like this, that is 90 degree, but it's not 90. In between, it's again 90 plus 45, but that is 135, but more than 135. So let's take it to, you can say, around 170, right? You can take different angles. According to that, you can just draw the shape and then you will get the exact idea the angle is what. Fine. So first let's move this turtle forward to 100 pixels. Then just move this turtle to left. Tom dot left. Let's take 170. Or if you don't take 170, let's take it 160. Maybe you think, why 170? Let's take it 160 because it's more than 135, right? So around 160 we are going to take. But then with no indentation, right? But then obviously these two steps should be repeated. So this should be in for loop. If you run this thing, then that's it. One line, 100, then after tilting the head to 160, that's it. Now again you have to move to 100, then again tilt, then again move like this. So these two lines is going to be repeated. So let's take a for loop, or we cannot take for loop, because for loop we will take for loop when we know the exact number of iteration, but we don't know the exact number of iteration, right? Suppose you know exact number of iteration and you think that in range, let's make it 50 and let's see. So these two lines should be indented within this for loop, right? Okay, let's run this. See what is happening now. So now that's it. It is drawing again and again on the same path. It is going on the same star, on the same line, right? But obviously there is no point to move this thing again and again on the same till 50. So we don't know exactly the number of iteration, right? So what should be the stopping condition? We can decide that thing. Like if I am moving something like this and once I be back on this point, then stop, the starting point. So how to put this condition? So at starting point, we can check the heading of the turtle. So let's check this thing. At starting, if I print tom dot heading, let's make it 170. Because 160, it's more than 160. From that image, from that star, I hope you have figured it out, the angle was more than 160. Let's move this to not 100, it's 200. And let's print the heading as well. See now, the heading is 0.00, right? Okay, let's see what is happening here. So this is the star. This is something like that turtle star, right? That we have seen, we have to draw. But now see, again, now at this point of time, it is moving again and again on the same line, Why so? Because you have given exact number of iteration, 50. But we don't want the exact number of iteration, right? So when to stop? See, we have a method here, heading. You can check to this, you can say Python documentation, turtle dot heading. See, returns the turtle current heading. Value depends on turtle mode actually. So if the turtle is, we have tilted this turtle head to left 67 degree, then heading would be 67, right? So if turtle is straight, then heading would be obviously 0. So exactly at this point of time, the heading was 0. Let me just show you again. See, the heading is 0. So we can put some condition rather than this, let's stop this. Just put while loop, because if you don't know the number of iteration, then just we use while loop, while tree, and we just put in the while loop the stopping condition. If the heading tom dot heading is equal to 0 again, then out of the loop, means break. For that also we have a keyword break, just use that, right? So no need to print this heading now, because that was, we want to know it exactly at first the heading position was. So again, if the heading position reaches to 0, then just stop, right? And if I draw here if I again write the angle 160, then see what is happening. See, this is the star, but this is not exactly what we want. And see, once the turtle is again here, stop, right? Okay, now what about fill color? You have to fill the color also, yellow, right? So for that, obviously we have to fill any shape. First you have to use begin fill, end fill. So at first tom dot begin fill, after that while loop and draw that shape, and after while loop tom dot end fill, the turtle object dot end fill. Let's run this, and this time it will show you. But yeah, obviously you have to change the angle. It should be more than 160, right? If I take it 165, so you can take this thing, different angle you can take, and you can check out the shapes. But exact, if you want this turtle star that was in Python documentation, then I am going to tell you the angle is 170, exact angle is 170. Here also you can see the angle is 170. On this documentation also you can see somewhere, see, angle is 170, right? So angle is 170, like this, right? If you wanna change the turtle shape, or you want to hide the turtle, just do that thing. If you want to change the speed of the turtle, you can do that thing. You can play with this game, and play with this code, and you will be ending with different shapes, I guess, right? Okay, this is the one shape. Now second shape is, okay, so this is our second shape. See, there are circles, right? And circle, we are repeating the circle, but first circle, then tilt the head of the turtle to some point, then again a circle, then the tilting angle is same, then again at the same angle tilt the head, then one more circle, like this, spiral type, right? And when it is going to end, at last it will reach to the original circle, then it is going to end, fine. But one more thing, here every time for the circle, almost every time the color is different, right? So you have to implement that concept also. Random color you have to choose, that also we have seen in previous video, according to RGB values. In the tuple, in pen color, you have to give RGB values in the range of 0 to color mode, right? And color mode is either 1 or you can say 255. If you set color mode 0, then RGB value would be from 0 to 0, and that would be black. Every time the color would be black. So no point to set the color mode to 0. Either you can set to 1 or 255. If you set to 1, then also 0 to 1. RGB value would be 0 to 1, like in decimal point, 0.1, 0.2, like this, something like this, right? That is also fine. But generally we take color mode to 255, right? As you can go to the TK color specification, and there also you will see, I have shown you this thing many times. You can search TK color specification, and because the method pen color and all take the color from this TK color specification. So see, RGB value is something like this, in not in floating point value, some integer value, right? So these are color and these are RGB values. So you have to generate these RGB value differently. According to that, color would be generated, right? See, now we are done. At last, when we reach to the original circle, stop. So here also 2 to 3 concepts you have to implement. First, draw a circle, then the angle you have to find out, or how you are going to move that circle, or the tilt the turtle, I don't know. You have to find out. Then random color you have to choose, and then stopping condition you have to add. These 3 or 4 things you have to do, right? So pause the video and try this out. So I hope you have done this. Let's just comment out these things, and okay, this thing we want. First 3 lines, right? Again, let's copy paste these things, and you will remove these comments, right? And one more thing, at last also we want s1 dot exit on click. This thing also we want, right? Now you have to write down the logic here in between. So same stopping condition we can take. See, if I draw a circle something like this, if my turtle is here, right? So first draw a circle something like this. Okay, it's not a circle, but let's assume it's a circle, right? Then tilt the head of the circle to some angle, and again a circle would be from here, something like this, right? And again to same distance, circle would be something like this. And when you have to stop, when again we reach to the original, the first circle. So same stopping condition we can put, like heading. At first heading was 0, so you can check if the heading is again reached to 0, then stop. Fine. But the angle is what? So this angle is like, if this is the line, x axis and y axis, this is something the line, right? So this was our first circle. So we are just, its angle is just like maybe 5 degree or something like this, 5-6 degree. So first let's draw the circle. Tom dot, we have circle, and just we are going to take the radius 100. Then move to left with 5 degree. Small angle will take. As you can see from that shape only, it's very small angle. Or if you take more angle, like maybe if you take 10 degree, then also I'll show you. You can check out this thing. I'm taking just 5. You can just take different angles. But these things should be repeated, these 2 things. And when to stop, that also we know. So while loop is best to use in this case, because we don't know exactly the number of iterations, right? So these should be indented. And if stopping condition is same, if this heading equal to 0 again, then just break from the loop, out of the loop, just break, right? But one thing we are still left with, like that RGB color, right? Because every time this would be, color would be black only. See, this is black only, right? Yeah, obviously. So for color also we have done that concept, RGB value. Every time, obviously in for loop we will, or you can make a separate function also. Every time just generate the RGB value. So R is equal to, randomly you have to generate. So random dot, we have a function in random module that is rand_int, and the value would be from 0 to 255. The color mode, 0 to color mode. So color mode I am setting 255. So first you have to set the color mode here. Color mode of turtle, not for Tom, right? See, after creating Tom, if I write Tom dot color mode, there is no color mode method here for the object. It's for turtle. So you have to set for turtle dot color mode is 255. This thing you need to take care. So it's automatically see import random, import turtle. This thing you have to do, because by using this line we haven't imported this turtle. We have just imported from this turtle module, turtle class and screen. So you have to import this turtle module as well to use this line, turtle dot color mode, right? So R is this same for G and B. So this thing, this RGB value would be randomly from within 0 to 255, right? So just set the pen color before drawing the circle. So Tom dot pen color, and here as a tuple just provide RGB value. This thing in detail we have discussed in previous video, random kind of thing, and how to generate the random RGB value, random color according to RGB value, right? So like this, let's run this and see what is happening here. See now, the turtle color is different every time. It is choosing the color from that according to RGB value, right? And let's make it fastest. Let's increase the speed of this. Tom dot speed is fastest, or you can write down here 0 is also fastest and 10 is also fastest. 0 means no animation. So let's run this now. See, it will look something like this and stop. Once original position it will reach to the original circle, just stop, right? So these kind of shapes also we can draw with these turtle graphics. So you can play around with this code, changing the angle or changing the speed, or other thing also you can change. Rather than circle, you can draw something else. It's up to you, right? Different shapes. So in next video we'll do a project using turtle graphics, right? So now I'll see you in the next video. Then bye bye, take care.